Hello, welcome everybody back to the Halifax Vikings GM series. We are in episode number 4, year number 2 starting up, and we have got a lot of videos back to back, guys. I'm getting a lot of videos out this week. I'm on vacation, so trying to get as many videos as I can this week and try and get a lot of good quality. So last episode we did the draft and we did the free agent period. So why don't we just take a look at some of the acquisitions we have acquired. So we signed JG Pajot, the guy that can't stop scoring in November this month in the real NHL season. So we signed him to a nice little deal, 2 years at 4.3. That'll just help us out for in the couple years to build. We also signed we drafted Lucas Raymond, 3rd overall. We traded up to get him from 7th to 3rd. I have a lot of high hopes for him. I hope he could be a bona fide scorer for us. He's going to make the NHL right out of this right away, I'm hoping. We're going to give him the 9-game trial and see what that goes. We also signed Martin Ferk to a nice little deal as well, to a 2-year, $2 million contract essentially. Big one on defense, we signed Eric Gustafsson. I thought, why not get a nice defenseman on this team? Signed him to a 3-year, $5.5 million deal. That as well, we could also move. I'm just looking at this now. We could move McCabe up here because Gustafsson plays better on the second pairing. Why don't we take a look at that and see how that would go? Because McCabe can play the first. Fistrick is now up to an 80, so he has been growing. He was our goaltender, or the first pick ever in franchise history. Goaltenders, we signed Corey Crawford. In the offseason, we signed him to a 1-year deal just for get a goaltender in there. He's a bit higher up, so hopefully he can win us a couple games. In the minors, the big one that we drafted, Samuel Boyle in, I believe, what round was it? The 2nd round. He was coming up as a 76 overall already. So I have high hopes for him. He should develop. He said 1 year develop till he becomes NHL ready, so I'm hoping for that. And I'm just taking a look here if there's anyone else, if I remember. Roenick was one we drafted in the first year. He's up to a 65. I think that's it when it comes to... We have a lot of centers, actually. I need defensemen, actually. Maybe I should pick up some centers quickly. Or defensemen. So we're going to go trade for some centers quickly. And then we also got the likes of Marco Rossi, who's going to be down in the AHL, or the OHL. He's 1 year out, he said. So just getting that trade, or just getting someone out there to help on defense, or grow in the minors. Sorry, it was perfect. I see him and Lucas Raymond being a good future 1-2 together. I'm lost of where I'm going for free agents. Okay, so I need defensemen, like I said. So why don't we just sign a couple quick defensemen? You're not a defenseman. 2, and you're not a defenseman either. I don't know where I'm going for defense. And another defenseman. Perfect. So that'll round out the minors for us right there. So why don't we get the simming start underway? I will play the home opener against the Washington Capitals, just for why not, because I didn't do one last episode. So first game, Pajot right there, 2 goals and assists in the first one. So we win 5-4 in our first season opener, and we're straight here at the home opener essentially. So why don't we just jump in there? You guys know the drill. I'll play the game, come back, and we'll talk about it, and then we will continue simming. We'll see how this team goes. I'm hoping for I wouldn't say a playoff yet. Obviously, we're still far away from that, but I want to see some growth out of this team. Obviously, we had a good season last year as our first season, but I like to see how some of our prospects grow, i.e. Lucas Raymond, Fistrick, Boyle, Marco Rossi. I want to see how they all develop, and then we can look into see how far we'll go. So I'll see you guys after
the shift. They've totally worn out the defending team. About 2 things. He scores! Big time effort from Evgeny Kuznetsov. At it along the wing, and he gets the puck right back. Blocker save. Washington's gained possession. And he slides it quickly to Hagelin. Move to the middle. Shot. Scores. That's back-to-back, Ray. Well, the game has changed. Those 2 goals here really have changed the outlook. Knocked away. Smart defensive play here in the open ice. Here's a chance. Scores. Wow, this is unbelievable. 4 straight goals now. They don't score on the power play, but they accomplish a little bit here. They melt some time off the clock. They don't need the... Scores! His 2nd of the game. Well, he's been on it tonight. Really good skate. Cop. Kopp's going to play it against the half wall. Set it out in front. Picked up along the boards. He scores! A where were you moment. His first in the National Hockey League.
When you play your first game, when you score your first goal.
1-1. Oh, what a glove save. Feeds the puck over to Bjorkstrand. Big time play right there. Scores! He stayed with it and buries the ring. That's it. There's the final horn to close this one up.
Really dominant performance. I guess you could notice that from the way that they had the puck most of the time, but they won this very comfortably tonight.
Even the fancy stats crew would agree with this one.
Just a terrible game all around. No words to describe that 9-1 loss we just suffered to the Washington Capitals. I'm not going to defend anything. Good for Lucas Raymond, though. He got his first. That's the bright spot, though. Okay, why don't we just move on from that? Okay, we're going to advance day. There we go. We got some signings of those minor league guys. They're going to go play defense for us. Yeah, I'm just going to keep milking it just so it sounds like I'm not, you know, ashamed for what just happened. Okay, one guy gets there. Where's the other guys? The other guy not signed? Oh, the other guy was a CHL player. Oh. Okay, we need another defenseman. So yeah, we essentially didn't show up. Good to see. Love when we don't show up. I'm gonna sign you old guy. Yeah, so we're just gonna pretend that game never happened, and we're just gonna move on. Season's still young. So look, we win right there, 3-2. And perfect, he signs Chris Russell for, okay, yes, I'm going to take that trade right away. And look, see, we beat Chicago. We're not that bad of a team. So we got rid of Chris Russell, as you've seen right there. That was simply cap space right there. And we got a second. I mean, I had to give up a third, but we got a second for Chris Russell. So it can't be all that bad. Another center? How many centers do I have? There, that should be, yeah, okay, all defense. Who did I, if I took him out, do I lost a defenseman? I did lose a defenseman for a scratch player. Okay, we're going to sign one more defenseman. Or you know what, why don't we just make a trade here? Let's just make a simple trade, get a lower tier defenseman in here, and we'll just trade one of our abundance of forwards that we have in the minors that I completely forget about. We'll trade Nygaard. Anybody have just a cheap defenseman? Actually, now that I'm here, I remember. Is Chris Weidman still here? No. Yeah, let's just keep going. See if something pops up. In the midst of something. I don't want to give up too much, and I don't want to take something huge back. How about Dion Phaneuf? I think that's a fair one right there. Why don't we take Dion Phaneuf? So Phaneuf for Nygaard. Trade rejected. They don't want Nygaard. Okay. Carolina. Do you have a defenseman I could take, possibly? Nope. Colorado, you got a lot of cap. How about Columbus? Hetherington. Trade rejected. I'm tempted to go back to Anaheim where they had just those couple of guys that were Adam Clendenning. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we got a body there, and then we just need to fix the minors. I know this is probably taking up a lot of time, but we're going to get some, at least we got an extra body that can help us in case of any injuries, especially on defense, considering I have no defenseman called up. So why don't we go? We are 4 games in. We have till the middle of November for Lucas Raymond, so why don't we go till the game after Columbus, see what's up with him. Nola Chari goes down in the minors. So we were winning when we don't play. Let's see, we lose to Tampa. Another 9-1 loss. We don't like playing on Thursdays, guys. We lose 9-1 at home again. Luke Shen, 2 fourths for a 3rd and a 7th from Ottawa, no. Multiple Prince Edward players are back, that's fine. Nope, I don't want to just give up people now. The Chris Russell was a nice one. Jake McCabe sprained ankle. He's out for a couple days. And see, right now we're winning games, so we're 6-3. Are we gonna go 7-3 after the first month? We'll find out after we make this quick roster move. I should be calling up Clendenning, but I have not. We'll do that after. 6-3. Okay, we did finish 6-3. That was to finish the first month, so not bad actually whatsoever, with some abysmal losses. We're going to continue the simulation going. Clendenning's getting hurt, so that's perfect, right? What we need, as I want to call this guy up. So like I said, if we are a 500 team or just below, that's roughly would think where we're going to be around. Luke Shen for a 4th and a 5th. We're going to be up a 6th. Nope. Cameron Patterson's happy. So the 9-game trial, what are we going to do? I don't know. What did he say about keeping up on the NHL? Okay, he wants to keep him up on the NHL squad. Let's see what Lucas Raymond has done up till this point. So, 15 games in, JG Pajot 13 points, so that's perfect. Getting those first line minutes. Lucas Raymond rated a 77 overall. Good for the 4th line. So we're going to switch him and Bjorkstrand around. Move people around. Try and get a decent, that's going to suffer no matter what. Okay, well, we're going to have to do this. Then Pajot's going to have to go down. Kopp's going to have to go up to the 1st. Andrew Kopp's one that we could look at for a trade, especially at the deadline. So Lucas Raymond, we're going to keep him up. He's listed as a 4th liner. So we'll simulate to the new year, 2021. Clendenning is back. I'm going to call him up quickly. That way he doesn't get hurt anymore. System. Clendenning. Perfect, that's fixed. Now we're just going to continue our simulation. We're 3rd in the division. So right now, if the playoffs were to go, we'd be in a playoff spot. Gabriel Pajot out right now with the injury. Luke Shen, a lot of teams want Luke Shen for some reason. Pajot's back. So one thing we could look at, guys, for trade deadline, as I'm already thinking way ahead. Corey Crawford's one of them. Obviously, I brought him in on a 1-year deal. We could get value for him, especially if the price is right. I think he's still, at 35, yes, you got to be a little cautious, but for 1 year, it's not much of a risk. And we're on a big winning streak, actually. Sorry, I just realized right there. We're 13-8-1 now. Going on a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on a 6-game winning streak. Can we make it 7? We make it 7 in a row, so we are on a roll right now. 2 points off of 1st in the division. Win right against the Islanders would be a big help. And we got so many things to deal with. Smith back. No, okay, so we lose to the Islanders, so our winning streak snaps. But we're back to winning again. There you go. See right there, we're back to the winning streak. So we might actually be a playoff team this year. 18-9-1. Ferk's back, so we may have to change our approach at the deadline. Maybe we could look at acquiring someone to help us with our playoff run. I highly doubt. I don't want to give up too much, guys. I don't want to go for the top available person. Luke Shen. Everybody wants Luke Shen. Another win. So 22. We're 1st place in our division, tied with the Devils. Now the Devils are ahead of us, but we are doing a lot better than expected. That's for sure. Especially with this team. Like I said, I thought we weren't going to be a great team. And obviously when we came to the 9-1 loss back-to-back Thursdays, it was kind of like, okay, I don't think we're going to do much, especially now that we take those big losses. But we'll see what happens. I'm not eliminating any potential acquiring one player or so. Our defense is strong. That's why they're all +3. They're 2 +3s, and the bottom one's a +1. So that's why they're playing well. So 22, 13, and 2. That is good for. We can't see what we're at. That's good for 2nd. 3rd place with 46 points. Kasperi Kapanen leading the way with 31 points. I just want to see quickly what our goals for, goals against look like. So when it comes to goals for, we got 107 goals for and 114 goals against. So we're giving up more, obviously, with our good defense. Power play, we're at 17%, so it could be better. Penalty kills at 83. That's one of the 3rd best in this division. So We're an up and down team. I think maybe it's a possibility we're just catching some luck right now. Obviously, being 22-13-2 with the team we have, and especially that defensive chemistry, that could be a big thing that could be helping us. So Andre Cachet out with back spasms. We're getting a lot of injuries. So maybe with the change of the calendar, we may start to lose more than we win. And of course, that's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting to be blown out of the water with some of these games. Gurianov, Cachet, Lucas Raymond, what have you done? You've done 16 points. I'm wondering, guys, maybe we should throw him down. I'm going to throw Lucas Raymond down in the minors for the time being. Only reason is that he could possibly benefit from playing down there top line minutes instead of playing bottom line minutes. So we'll call Brendan Lepsic up. So we're going to switch Lepsic and Lucas Raymond. I just think that they could both benefit, or not everyone, but I believe that Lucas Raymond for sure will benefit from playing top line minutes down in the minors. Why don't we just do best line and see what they give me? Okay. So really I didn't change much. Cool. Minors. So I mean, we're going to do Lucas Raymond, Aston Reese, and Achari for a first line. That's not that bad at all, actually. So obviously I took the risk, but he's only got 5 goals in 40 games and 11 assists. So we could do better, obviously, when it comes to that. When he could have had a bit better season, especially in his rookie. But of course, concerned with our lack of scoring. I agree. I 100% agree. But I persuade him that there's no point right now. I don't think it's an issue right now to do that. Obviously, we're in a playoff spot, but I don't want to give up everything right now. And yes, I know we're being scored on way too often. I agree. Persuade him. We have great defensemen actually right now. If he's taking a look at chemistry. 2 lines of +3, 1 at +1. I don't understand why he wants more. We're a rebuilding team, and he should know that. There should be no reason why I'm going out there making moves for the sake of moving them. I would like to get more prospects that we could use, especially if they could develop quickly. Like next year, we're going to have the likes of Marco Rossi up, hopefully, Boyle up, hopefully. So we could use a lot of help right there, and I don't want to start winning now and not get more picks. Obviously, the free agency is different as well. We could acquire someone through free agency. But at the time being, I'm just hoping that we can drop out of that playoff spot, go back to reality, and get a better lottery pick. When we're dropping, as I've seen right there, we're now 3rd last. Only 3 points out. So to Buffalo, Gauthier and Mrazek. To Carolina, it's Colin Miller, 3rd, and Dan Hamhuis. So Buffalo getting another goaltender. I'm just trying to think. So Hutton, if he's still the goaltender there. And then Linus Ullmark with Peter Mrazek. And then Colin Miller goes to a stacked defense Carolina team. They've got a lot of defensemen. Luke Shen is a hot commodity to some teams by the looks of it. Ochook, a 2nd and a 4th for Alex Chiasson. That's a lot for Chiasson, in my opinion. And I should know, being a Sens fan, and what we got him for we got him for Spezza in that trade. I don't think that giving up a second round defenseman and 2 draft picks is too much for Alex Chiasson. I would have probably left the prospect out, maybe just give up a pick or so. But it all depends also what he's doing, right, in this game. So I know he plays with McDavid. Hopeful, I think. So he could be on a nice season, and whatever his overall is. We are going long to this video, but I understand. I want to get up to the trade deadline, take a look at the scouting, who we could look for. 2 prospects, Richard Panik, and a 3rd to Washington. To Ekholm and Salamaki going to Washington. So it looks like they're on for another cup run. Get a nice defenseman. They're 66 points. They could be easily out of a playoff spot, like with 1 loss. So they're trying to bolster up their lineup to get more. Luke Shen for Zemgus Girgensson. I want to take a look at this. Just for why not. Zemgus Girgensson could work, but it's giving up a defenseman for a forward, and I'm giving up picks for a guy that I might not even keep. So Mason McLeod, 2/3 to New Jersey for Eric Halla, 1/3, and Zemgus Girgensson, so he gets dealt right there to New Jersey. Anisimov, a 2nd, a 3rd, and Fitzgerald. Ottawa gets Ryan Ellis, so Ottawa makes a big trade right there. Let's keep the trades going. Nothing to see you in a 3rd to Calgary for a 1st in next year's draft and a prospect to Detroit. So a lot of teams right there making big trades. I like the Ottawa trade, especially the fact that I'm an Ottawa fan. Just to get a guy like Ryan Ellis for that, you put him with Thomas Chabot. You guys they have a good defenseman pairing starting up in Ottawa. Athanasiou was a surprise one right there. That's a lot of trades I'm trying to remember that I can't remember. David Savard and Jordy Ben to the Rangers for a 2nd in Curry. Andre Kase back, and no more big trades by the looks of it. No more big trades. So 31, 29, and 3. Good enough for no playoff spot at 65 points. Kasperi Kapanen leading the way with 43 points. If I want to look at fine trades, I want to look at guys who can run their final deal. So there's one right there like I'm talking about, Andrew Kopp. What can we get for Kopp? 2 seconds. 2nd, 3rd, Riley Nash. A 1st in this year. Dallas is willing to give a 1st, so that's a possibility we can look at for Andrew Kopp, a 1st. 2 seconds. Ilya Kovalchuk, a 4th and a 6th. 2 seconds. Nick Foligno, a 3rd and a 3rd. Chris Kreider, bring him back, and 3rd and a 5th. 2nd and a 2nd. Dylan Forbert, Casey Cizikas, and a 5th from Ottawa. A 2nd, Cizikas, and a 4th from Ottawa. Cizikas, a 3rd and a 3rd from Ottawa. 2nds from Golden Knights. 2nd and 4th and Hagelin from the Capitals. And Hagelin in 2nd and a 4th. So I'm really tempted, guys. Let me know what you think. But this trade right here, a 1st for Andrew Kopp. The Dallas Stars want to give him up. What's Kopp looking like so far? 13 goals, 28 assists. He could really help out that 3rd line in Dallas. So that might be a trade I look at next episode. Brandon Carl, he's 24. Obviously, giving up him would not be a good idea. He's still young. And I'm just looking at other guys that we could get. We could get actually a couple guys. We could get like Bukestad to help out the team. Berchi. So just getting some depth players for Carlo. Who else did we have that we could give up? Jake McCabe. Anybody want McCabe? I obviously don't want to give up McCabe either. They're still kind of young. 16 trade offers. I'm just trying to see. Andrew Shaw, no. Armia, Pominville. Corey Perry, no. Bodker, no. Aberg, no. Bukestad. So we could actually get a lot for, not a lot, but a 5th, a 6th, and Bukestad for McCabe, which is not that bad in my opinion. I would take that. I know I'm keeping you guys for longer than I should be, but I'm looking at all these trade offers that we could go with. Kase next. No. A lot of picks here. Riley Nash, we've seen him before. Foligno. Cizikas, Forbert. Yeah, so not much on the way of Kase. I don't mind keeping him. We could probably sign him. Bjorkstrand has been in the bottom for us for a while, so why don't I just take a look here at Bjorkstrand. He's got 14 offers, so the same thing really. Riley Nash, kind of the guy. Nick Foligno, Cizikas, Forbert, Hagelin. So Bjorkstrand we could get some picks as well for. Not much more after that, guys. I just want to see one more player, which would be Corey Crawford. See if anybody wants to go take a. So it'd be Columbus wanting a 2nd, a 3rd for him. So probably not. Saros I want to keep, but if I were to look, no, not much either. Okay. So let me know about especially that Kopp deal, guys. I'm willing to make that move on Andrew Kopp, getting a 1st for him. That would give us 2 first-round picks this year. As it goes for progress reports quickly in the system, take a look at Lucas Raymond. He's now a 78 overall, so he has grown. We're going to leave him down here for the rest of the year. Hopefully he can get some points. So you take a look down there, 24 games, he's got 9 points. He's probably going to beat his NHL totals, hopefully. Marco Rossi, he is now a 76 overall. 26 goals, 42 assists, and 48 games for the 67, so he will definitely be on the NHL squad next year. And for goaltenders, our other guy, Boyle, he is now a 73 still. He's got 11 wins in 23 games, a .922 save percentage, 2.3 goals against average, so still not that bad at all. So we do have a lot of options. Our prospects are doing decently well, which is good. That's it for me, guys. I've kept you along way too long. So let me know about those deals. If you're new to the channel, though, subscribe, drop a like. That's it for me. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline next episode. and we will evaluate our team after that. Take care, guys.